Let's start with the reading, Aries. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. We're going to look into the energies around you right now and their potential implications in the future. For cross watchers, keep in mind that energies go both ways, so please take the messages as they resonate. Let's look into how you are feeling right now, the main energy around you and what's coming up for you, and how it's going to evolve in the near future. The energy at the bottom of the deck and the main energy of this reading is the Hierophant. What we're getting here is some sort of commitment. What it's coming up right now, you know that it's going to be in your life. It's an energy that it's going to be around you for perhaps a long time. And so what you see here is a signature, is a promise, is also forgiving certain things from the past and looking at the future. This is gentle but firm communication on something that to you is really important. And also overall is following ideals and following your goals and your values. So let's see how you are feeling right now. All right, we got Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords. Overall, I immediately see that there is some sort of duality. There is here some sort of important decision that perhaps has to be made. There are two forces at play here, and maybe you feel that they are pulling you in different directions as well. When we see the number 2, we have these two opposite forces trying to dance together, creating harmony. But when we have the Two of Swords instead, we have something that needs to change. We need something here. We have something here that needs to be adjusted so that you're not pulled in two different directions at all time. So Two of Pentacles, first of all, this talks about trying to always adapt. But I'm also seeing that given the Two of Swords next, that you're a little tired to always adapt. There are things that maybe you keep sacrificing regarding what you like, what you want to do, regarding your vision of the future, perhaps with this person. And here you always have to adapt on their vision, on their needs, on their goals. And, you know, although relationships are about adaptation, at the same time, you cannot disappear in someone else's expectations, goals, and dreams. You have your own dreams, and they are worthy of being manifested. So right here, I see that you're trying to do whatever is best, but at the same time, you need to be sure about what this relationship is and what you want it to be, you, okay? Two of Swords, a decision to be made. Maybe you are not really talking about this right now. Perhaps you're trying again to keep everything working out because you don't want to create some sort of drama. With the Two of Swords, we see fear of commitment as well. But that commitment is on the horizon for this relationship, for this situation. And not making a decision is just going to delay something that eventually is going to happen. But while you're delaying, there is an important thing to do. Gathering information, reflecting on what you really want and the potential consequences of making one decision or the other. You are caught in the middle of two things here. I definitely see that. And you have to proceed with caution, but at the same time, you have to keep moving forward. Let's see what's coming up. I'm really curious to see the main energy here. Okay. So there is going to be a very important conversation, and we will look into that. But here I almost see exactly what you are stuck in between. It can be you, it can be the other person, or it can be just the overall situation. Right here with the Five of Cups, you're perhaps thinking to letting go, give up, and not fight for this anymore. We see, in fact, here some sort of disappointment, perhaps. Your person might have not fought enough for this. They always think that the minimum input is going to be okay, is going to be enough to make things work, but you're not happy with that. And although at times you tell them and you tell yourself that is okay, it doesn't look like it really is. The Five of Cups talks about facing reality, doing something that you're not going to regret down the line. It's best to maybe lose something that you have if that something is not making you happy today and it's not going to make you happy in the future. But on the other end, we have another card, the Six of Pentacles. And there we just see two people equally working for something to be successful, working together to make it happen and to make it happy, make it successful, and make it what you want it to be. So I do see that there is a chance that things are going to change soon, and with this conversation perhaps you will let this person know what they have to do, because you're not going to stick around any longer if things are not going to be good for you as well, for your future. With the Six of Pentacles, you just want someone who loves to give, someone who doesn't always seem as though you're asking them for the moon. You are just happy with the small things. And if those things are not there, then you're not happy and you're not going to stick around for that. So the Queen of Swords is giving me all of these messages, is telling me how straightforward things are going to be very soon. And this is really much needed. Often we tend to imply things, to wait for the other person to understand certain things about us without really getting into a clear conversation. You spend so much time with this person, you would think that they would understand immediately without you having to hand them a instruction book. But at the same time, there are things that we might think that they're clear, but they might not be clear to the other person. And so with the Queen of Swords, first of all, I see that you're starting to detach a little bit from the emotional side of the situation. You're preparing for it because you are going to enter a conversation which will be a turning point here. It will make or break the relationship. This could have been something that it could be something that is happening right now, or maybe that has happened in the past. And right now you're thinking about it because you might be facing the consequences. And we will see in the near future what will happen out of this conversation. But overall, here we see clarity, and clarity is really much needed here. What do they want? What are their intentions here? So let's see in the near future. All right. I like this actually a lot. The moon reversed, it's telling us that someone is about to face their fears, as you are going to, and clarity is going to come up. The reason being is because the moon is reversed and all those illusions and unknown misinterpretations are finally gone, are finally going to exit the picture. And all you will have left is the clarity that the Ace of Swords is about to bring. Now, with the Ace of Swords, not only we see clarity, but we see something unexpected that this person is going to tell you. Something unexpected that they're going to admit to you. And this is definitely a energy that you didn't see coming at all. I see you here being prepared for this, but they will be able to surprise you with something. Now, I want to look more into this card to understand what this actually is, but having the Hierophant here I am not too concerned about it because we do have some sort of commitment here. But the Hierophant sometimes talks about breaking the rules, doing something which is not traditional and which is unexpected again. And this is exactly what's coming up here. Overall, we see that a conversation is about to happen, and that conversation will have a big impact on the overall evolution of this relationship. It's going to shake things up, and you probably really needed that. Otherwise, you would have just ended up being unhappy and leaving, losing interest to the point where nothing could have been fixed anymore. So let's look into this Ace of Swords. I want to see what it is, what are they going to tell you, and how it's going to impact the relationship in the near and distant future. How will you feel when you will hear these messages, and what will be your intentions at that point? Are they going to be a match with theirs? Let's see what is going to happen. If you'd like to support the channel and hear the rest of the messages, just follow me in the extended video. Click on the link down below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every week I randomly select viewers that have watched the extended video to offer them a free personal 30-minute reading. Check your spam folder because I've been sending out emails. Stay tuned for the extended preview and some more content made just for you. Welcome back to your extended reading, Aries. We have seen here a situation where a change is coming and also a change is needed. Right now, I've seen how you always have this tendency of doing what's right for the relationship. And honestly, Aries, that's beautiful. It's really good and it can work. It can take you to a very successful outcome if the both of you actually behave that way. If it's just always one person adapting on the other person's expectations and intentions and dreams, eventually you would just dissipate into a relationship that it's not you anymore. And you don't want that. You clearly don't want that because you are your own person, you have your own dreams, and they deserve to happen. So what we see right here is that a conversation is coming up, perhaps something that you will initiate. But although you feel in control of the overall conversation, there is something unexpected coming from them with the Ace of Swords, which will clearly impact the rest of this connection relationship. So let's see what that is. And let's see immediately what this Ace of Swords is bringing to the table.